Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to the Optimistic Survival Series. We are beginning where we left off here at the Froglight Farm. I brought all of our frogs over, and we should be up and running. Of course, I got the advancement for having all of the different variants of frogs on a lead, but I have not used this farm yet. So we are going to fly down here. We already have a few magma cubes, and we should be able to get up and running right away. So let's give this a shot. And we have the little ones now, and I just have 3 white frogs, 3 orange, and 4 green. Kind of what I got from the frog spawn each time I bred the frogs. So there we go, we got our first Froglight here, the Ochre Froglight, and then let's kill some of these magma cubes over here as well. Uh-oh. Oh wait, nope, we're okay. Oh, maybe not. Okay. I probably could have executed that a little bit better. I'll let them get a little closer to us before I kill them. I just don't want to hit the frogs with Sweeping Edge. I don't have that on the sword, but if I misclick, then it could result in a bad outcome. And there we go, we have our second Froglight here and a very full inventory, so let's maybe combine those crossbows. And here we have the Verdant Froglight, so we are just missing the Pearlescent, which I believe is going to be from these white frogs. That is green, and that is orange. So let's see if these white frogs can get in here and get the kill. And there we go. The Pearlescent Froglight, and with our powers combined, we get the with our powers combined advancement. So there we go. I will run this a little bit longer, and then we will head back to the overworld and get started on the ancient city. But these lights will be very useful to us because while I was at the wool farm and grabbing the wool that we need for our ancient city voyage, I had a creeper sneak up on me and cause some damage. Don't worry, the sheep did survive in what could have been a mass casualty event, but you can definitely see the damage, and the sheep right back there just kind of blocked in. I will have to take care of that, but we have plenty of red wool. In the meantime, we actually have plenty of all colors of wool. This farm is a lot more effective, productive, efficient than I thought it would be, but I have some repairing to do. That won't stop us from exploring the ancient city. Of course, like I said, we have all of this wool, and I want to use colors that aren't native to the ancient city itself, so I'm going to be using red and orange, just so we can kind of mark out and see all of the different colors that we are placing down. So let me clean up my inventory a little bit, and we will head down to the ancient city. And you may have noticed the lower shield and a couple of other aesthetic changes. I did get vanilla tweaks, so hopefully that will make it more enjoyable for everybody to watch. And the last thing, so I cleaned out my inventory, the last thing I would like to take down are some golden carrots, yes, because it will keep our saturation high, but what am I looking for here? Gold. I would like to make some night vision potions. That will make it a little bit easier to see everything that's going on, and especially find those skulk sensors. And I don't think I have any night vision potions. I have water bottles, but no night vision. I checked that chest already, so I will just make some. We already have some. I thought I heard another creeper walking up. Now I have PTSD from the explosion that happened over at the wool farm, but I'm sure I will get through it. So let me make some night vision potions here. I'll probably make 48 minutes worth. And a couple other updates while I make these potions. So the first is, of course, Endermen being Endermen and the annoying creatures they are. One of them left a block inside of our pig pen, and they all got out. Some of them, fortunately, just crossed over the wall into the sheep pen, and I do have some frogs just roaming around. I have these two tied up. I figured I would just let the rest of them roam free. But that is the status on the pigs. So I have some in there, but many others are just roaming around wherever they felt it necessary to go. And then the other thing is, if you remember back a few episodes ago, our iron farm, one of our villagers was missing. He had despawned or something happened to him and I wasn't sure. Well, I figured it out. We had the zombie in the boat and his hitbox was colliding with the villager's hitbox, so the zombie was able to do damage. I named the zombie with a name tag, took him out of the boat so he won't despawn that way, but I still have to get a third villager in there, a new villager once again. But that will be taken care of later on. For now, I believe we are 100% prepared, if I just get a few more golden carrots, to head down to the ancient city once and for all. Now I just have to remember where we started digging down. It was somewhere right around here on this mountain. And here we are. So this will take us all the way down to the ancient city. We'll just do this the easy way, and I should probably grab a bucket of water that we can place at the bottom. It might be beneficial to us. It's almost like an elevator descending into the earth. And we are at the first cave now. We are just about there. We should be into the deep slate layers here before long. There we go. Second cave, and right down there is the ancient city. And there we go. We have landed at the bottom. Let me tear out these blocks and we will put that water in there so that we can just jump down next time. It'll be a lot quicker. Alright, let's put a few of these night vision potions away in the ender chest. We can put the bucket in there as well. Might not be a bad idea to carry our totem of undying around in this place. Of course, if we encounter the warden, we will have a heads up. We get 4 strikes, well, 3 strikes, and then on that 4th one, the warden will emerge. But lots of loot, and I probably should have brought some shulker boxes, so let me go grab another thing. And quite honestly, I probably don't need as much wool as I have, but I think it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared. Alright, here we are. We are finally down in the ancient city. Let's go ahead and chug one of these night vision potions and we will get underway. I may even throw on my chest plate. We will keep the elytra handy, but it doesn't really serve us all that much good down here. There we go. Night vision is on. It is activated, and let's begin our sneak around here. Of course, we are looking for shriekers and sensors and all kinds of things like that. I see a sensor right down there and a couple right next to it and a handful over there. So let's carefully build down in this direction. And let me turn the particles off, or at least to decreased. I probably should have checked on that in vanilla tweaks, but that's okay. So we have our first sensor right here. Now, I believe we can place wool right next to them. We just don't want to step on top of them. And we just want to barricade that from that sensor over there, and we should be able to disarm this. Yes, okay. That's one of hundreds to go, I assume. So let's just carefully work. If we can get all of these sensors deactivated, then we can step up onto the roof of this structure and take care of the chest that we have up there. Take a look at that. I'm a little worried about this double sensor shrieker combo. Well, not shrieker, but you get the idea. Okay, and we are safe. So it looks like if I close those in quite a bit, then we should be good. And these particles are still very distracting. That's much better. And of course we don't have to hold shift on the wool, but force of habit, I will want to do that anyway. Are we clear to wreck this? Definitely not. I will build a couple more pieces of wool on top of it, and now we should be good. There we go. We're doing pretty good, all things considered, and it is just going to be a lot of repetitions and that same process over and over again. Let's take that sensor out. There we go. And another one right here. And one on this side, which we should be good to just remove. Awesome. Uh-oh. I forgot when items fall, they also send a signal, another thing to be mindful of. I want to take care of all of those sensors down there as well. Those are looking very concerning to us. And then we can open up some of these chests and start working our way through. If we can make it pretty far in before we set off a shrieker, that will be good. We won't have to take nearly as many breaks. And we are already through our first stack of wool, so maybe I was smart in bringing all of those stacks. And I'm not sure if I have to go too high around all of these, but I would rather play it safe. And there we go. That is all of those sensors taken care of. So we can now hopefully walk safely throughout here. Let me pull out the shears. So I'll run back to the ender chest and grab those. And I see a very suspicious sensor right there, very close to a shrieker. Let's go take care of that before it becomes an issue for us. There we go. So that one is deactivated, and holy smokes, that is a lot of shriekers. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the shriekers alone are not dangerous. It is when they are activated by sensors. Of course, I could be completely wrong on that, and I'm not really looking to risk anything. So we are just going to barricade in all of these shriekers so that we can destroy them and not find out the hard way. But it's definitely very nice having all of that night vision available. Uh-oh. Okay, so that's one. Can we wreck that sensor safely? That's what I'm wondering. I think we can, hopefully. I don't know if I want to risk this, because that would be 2 strikes very early on. I think we're going to, though. Okay, alright, we're good. So now there's a sensor underneath one of these blocks, and I did not think that through, because now I have to break that, and it will probably land on that sensor. I guess all I can do now is break these shriekers and hope that it doesn't go south. There's one, and we should be able to disarm this. And it clicked the sensor, but we are clear, so I can go ahead and remove this wool and collect that sensor. Alright, that was stressful. Our first truly stressful moment in all of this, but we managed, and now we have cave noises to comfort us. So I'll drink another night vision potion here, and we will have a look in our first chest. I see some diamonds over there. And let's see, we have a few echo shards in here, a candle, some amethyst, a regeneration potion, and an Unbreaking 2 book. Excellent. So let's go ahead and grab all of these items out of here, and we will store those away inside of this chest. This will be our loot chest, our, well, shulker box, where we keep track of all of the loot that we find. And I will mark chests with an orange wool block. I think that will be a good signifier that we have opened that chest and pulled out the contents. So let's see what we have up here in this chest now that we are clear in this direction. I hope, anyway. Let's see if we can safely walk up these steps. I'm gonna go ahead and hold shift now. I see a sensor and shrieker right next to each other over there, but we should be safe to move in this direction. And we have a sensor right here. I'm glad I started holding shift. In here we have some Blessed Protection 4 diamond leggings and some diamond horse armor as well. Pretty good loot, if I do say so myself. We even have a lead. We've been running low on those with all of the work that we've been doing with our frogs. We'll stick an orange wool block on top of that chest, pick up our shulker box, and continue moving. So I see another chest right over here and many skulk sensors. I don't see any shriekers, so that is a good sign. Well, there is one right there, but I think we can safely move in on that. I almost missed that jump. That would have definitely set it off. But let's go ahead and barricade in that shrieker so that we don't have to worry about it. And then we will disarm some of these sensors that we have nearby. And we should be good to disarm the shrieker now, which I think is in here somewhere. There it is. Excellent. Alright, so this area is pretty much safe. There's one more sensor down here, and we can take care of that with no issues. Oh, we have another sensor down here. Alright, let's get that one taken care of as well. So that leaves us with a couple more chests now. Let's take a look at what we have. Not bad, not bad. Similar to what we've found so far, and in here, same as the other chest. Lots of horse armor though. Our horses are going to look very sleek once we return home. Alright, I'm thinking we can work over in this direction now, so let's step up here and see what we can find. We have a few sensors over in this direction, so I'll go ahead and disarm these. And I still haven't found the ultimate treasure that I am after today, and that is a Swift Sneak book. If we can get our hands on one of those, I will be very happy. Uh-oh, okay, I think we're okay. So we have some Cursive Binding diamond legs, a few more regen potions, and some other loot as well. And I need to find where all of these sensors are. I keep setting off a bunch. Luckily, there are no shriekers around. Well, we have a couple right over here. And we have a thunderstorm happening, but I don't know how it's even possible that we're hearing the thunder right now, given that we are about 100 blocks below the surface. Interesting. Alright, we have another shrieker right up here. Let's go ahead and take care of this one. There we go. Got it. Luckily, the thunder and other ambience doesn't set off any of these skulk sensors. That would not be very pleasant for us. We have a dangerous duo right up here. Let's get this one taken care of for sure. I'm actually going to start with the shrieker on this one, and then we will disarm the sensor afterwards. There we go. Nothing to it. We are handling this just fine. My biggest concern is the skulk sensors that are sort of hidden. That is what I don't want to have to deal with. The ones that are out in the open aren't an issue, even if they're next to a shrieker, but the ones that are sort of buried underneath blocks, those are the ones that scare me for sure. And it looks like we just about have everything clear over on this side. This is kind of where we started, right down there. And it expands a lot larger in that direction, but this should be manageable for us once we get the rest of these shriekers taken care of. And I think just to make this a little bit of a quicker process, I'm just going to start targeting the shriekers, and I'm going to stop worrying about these sensors that are around. If we occasionally set off a shrieker that we miss, not a big deal as long as we stay below those 4 strikes. How many blocks is that? That is a 4-block fall. But if we can just go after these shriekers and close them in and disable them, there we go, and then we can safely walk past those sensors. I'm not going to yet because there are a few more shriekers. And we should be in the clear now. It looks like we are. I don't see any other shriekers in the nearby vicinity. So let's go ahead and crack open that chest and see what we have inside. In here we have an Infinity Enchanted Book. We have an Unbreaking 3 Diamond Hoe. We have Swift Sneak 3, there it is, and Swift Sneak 2, so we can throw those on a couple different sets of leggings if we really wanted to. But that Swift Sneak 3 is what I was really after. So already we can call this a success, but we've only done about 5 chests, and I know these places can have upwards of 32, so we still have a lot of work to be done. So as weird as it feels to just walk around on solid surfaces without sneaking, I think we are safe to do so, although I'm a little bit weary of what we have on the other side of this structure here. But I see a lot of wool up there. We do have a shrieker right here, so I'm glad I noticed that. But we should be safe to just wreck this without any consequences. And there we go. We set off a lot of sensors, but there are no shriekers nearby. I do want to check up in this direction though, just to be safe. Again, I think this is the structure that we have already been to, and it sure is. And up here, behind it, no shriekers, so I think this entire side of the ancient city is cleared. And it definitely feels very freeing to be able to run around, that's for sure. Of course, if we ever need any sensors, this will be the place to come, but we already have more than enough right now. So let's start working our way towards the other side of this ancient city. Beginning right over here in this direction, I saw a shrieker right down here by this chest, happily guarding it, so let's duck in here and take care of this threat. There we go, disarmed, and let me just make sure there aren't any others around. I believe we are in the clear. Let's have a look in this chest. And another Swift Sneak book, and our first music disc fragments. The first of the, I think it's the side A. I think side B is a different disc that we find, or maybe have already found. I'm not sure either way, but we will hopefully find out soon enough. Uh-oh, I accidentally fell and we set off some more shriekers. Warden approaches. I forget, I'll have to look at the list of the steps that the warden takes on the captions. And of course our night vision went away right as that happened. I'm gonna take care of these shriekers and then drink some more night vision. Uh-oh. Okay. Warden advances. I think we have one more. I think it's Warden draws near and then Warden emerges. But we are on high alert right now. We essentially get one more strike before I have to step away and let that reset. So I'm just gonna close in all of these sensors around here, and we will try to disarm that shrieker. Hopefully that is the only one. And this is definitely a big risk I am about to take. Hopefully we get rewarded. And we are okay. Alright. That is a relief. Let's go ahead and drink some more night vision and take a look in some of these chests. In here, lots of different loot, including a saddle and some more disc fragments. And same thing in here, a Sharpness 3 book, not bad. Respiration 3, I think we could use that. Yes, we sure can. And in here, like I said, all of the same loot that we've been finding. Well, now we are really getting into the heart of things here. Not seeing too many shriekers down in this direction, that is a good sign. I see a few over there though, so let's work our way in that direction. And we have one right down here that is sort of barricaded by the ground, so we may have to take care of some of these sensors. I will still try to disarm that shrieker first though, just for safety. Alright, we are good. Well, I've already used up all of our red wool, so we are operating 100% now on orange wool, which is okay, but that just gives perspective of how busy I have been with all of this wool. And we just got our third strike, so I am probably gonna have to step away for a little bit. Although I should be safe to open this chest right here. Yes, okay. Let me grab all of this loot, and then I will head back to the surface, and we will reorganize everything. I'll get some more wool, and we will come back down here and finish this off. I think I might throw on my elytra just for safety, maybe grab a couple firework rockets, and probably put the Totem of Undying in my offhand. Not for any specific reason, just a feeling. So here is all of the loot that we have so far. We have quite a few enchanted books, some diamond gear, and a lot of regeneration potions as well. And I mean a lot. So we're doing pretty good. I need to get a few more shulker boxes, grab some more wool, and just organize. I guess we also have this loot to be added as well. But we are certainly doing very well so far. Of course, I was really only after the Swift Sneak enchantment book, but now we also need to find the armor trim. Of course, that's going to be one of the more difficult ones to find, but if we can get our hands on it, there may even be two down there, I don't remember. But if we can get our hands on that, then we would certainly have all of the loot that we need. Of course, there are some music discs, but the big ones are the armor trim and the Swift Sneak. And we have an Enderman inside of our house. These Endermen on this world have been nothing but trouble for us. And I do also want to put Swift Sneak onto my leggings before we head back down, so let me do that real quick. And for 13 levels, I will take it. There we go, we have our brand new Swift Sneak applied to our leggings, and we are moving much quicker when holding shift, so I'm very excited about that. It's going to make it a little more enjoyable down there in the ancient city. I have a few chests now that we can hold all of our loot in, so we are good to head back down. We'll just place these here in our little base, and this is where we can store some of those extra resources that we don't need. Okay, so I was flying back up to get some shears, and I'm about 80 to 90% certain that I may have set off a shrieker when I was flying back up using my firework rockets. Not 100% sure if that's the case, but when we get down there, there is a good chance that there could be a warden lurking about. So we are on very, very, very high alert now, and I need to just craft some new shears. Again, I'm not sure how much time it has been since our last shrieker, since the last one that we set off, but I don't know if we can really rely on that all that much. We are just going to have to stay very alert as we jump down and hope that there is no warden, but if there is, I will have my Totem of Undying ready just in case. Not seeing anything on the caption, so that is a good sign. And I didn't get the fourth black screen, the heartbeat and the warden emerging caption, so I think we should be okay. But we'll down one of these night vision potions and continue on with our journey with Swift Sneak now, which is making life a lot easier. I'm a little nervous to open this chest, but I don't see any shriekers around, so I think we should be okay. Well, that answers that question. We have a couple music discs in here and some normal books, a few more potions as well. And I know this isn't part of the ancient city, but we have a lot of sensors back here. Just want to make sure that there aren't any shriekers to go along with them. And things are looking pretty clear over in this direction, so we now have another section of this ancient city safely taken care of, so we can start working towards the middle now. And we are definitely playing with fire with our 3 strikes right now, but I have the firework rockets ready, my elytra is on, so we can make a pretty quick escape if we need to. I'm not going to climb up that ladder because that will cause some noise, but I will go ahead and pillar up here with some blocks. And we have a death trap right here. We have shriekers all over the place, so before I wreck any of these, I'm just going to plan my escape here. I just need to figure out where our cave is. I think I see some red wool over there, so if we need to leave, we will veer off to the right a little bit. Hopefully, this goes well for us. And it has not. Alright. And we're out of here, yep. Alright. I can't see a thing right now, making it very difficult to escape. But what we don't want is for the warden to find us. Let's make our exit over this way, and we will return when it's safe, although I would like to get at least one look at the warden, if it is safe to do so. Which I don't think it is. We definitely got out of there in a hurry, though, that's for sure. It looks like the warden has gone back into hiding, so if we want to continue, I suppose we are probably safe to do so, but we have to exercise extreme caution as we continue on. And I see an amethyst geode up there. Isn't that something? Well, I guess it wouldn't be an ancient city raid if the warden didn't make his debut somewhere, so there we go. Hopefully that is the only time that we have to deal with that. We have a couple shriekers right next to each other. Oh boy. Hopefully again we can safely disarm these, but I have no idea what's about to happen. Nope. Alright, and here we go again. Well, maybe. Are we safe? The warden didn't emerge, but he may have emerged over in that direction, so I'm not really sure what to do in this situation. I think I'm just going to step away for a little bit, let everything cool down, and then we will come back here with a fresh set of errors. Well, hopefully I've given that enough time that we can safely return to the ancient city without any threat of the warden. Again, though, we are prepared for whatever comes at us. Well, to a certain extent. So the biggest thing right now is just going to be finding the rest of the shriekers so that we can loot the rest of this ancient city. We will come back here in the future and explore it, and I think I've mentioned this in the past, but I would like to turn all of the naturally generating structures into a village, every single one. So we will definitely want to make sure that it is safe enough for the villagers to live here. But for now, I'm just concerned with the loot. And I think this is where we were when we were trying to disable all of these shriekers. It sure was. So I need to figure out the best way to go about this because we definitely don't want to set them off again. I think we can safely disarm this one over here. I'm just gonna go way over the top with this. And there we go. That takes care of that one. It's the double shriekers right here that I'm concerned about, because when we wreck one, it might trigger the other. So all I can really do is just barricade this in as much as I possibly can. And it may even be a good idea to break some of these sensors. So I'm gonna give this a shot and see what happens. Alright, that's one. That's two. Over here we have number 3, which activated another sensor, but we are okay. And that takes care of that one. So I think now all we have left are these shriekers right down here. Uh-oh, he is right there. I saw him come right out of the ground, and he did not seem too thrilled with us. We just have to figure out how to get out of here. Where is the cave? There it is. Okay. So I think if we can just fly down over in this direction. I guess I didn't wait nearly long enough. And I do want to get a good look at him. But I really don't think it is very safe. I do have an idea though. Oh! Okay. I don't know if he was digging or if he was just right there. I didn't get a good enough look at the captions. Like I said, we are playing with fire here. I guess I probably should have waited a little bit longer. But we got those sensors taken care of, or the shriekers taken care of, that were right on top of each other. Hopefully that's the only time that we have to deal with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop back in here and see what we have. Nothing on the caption. So I think we are safe. But he definitely emerged very quickly and right on top of us. So it really caught me off guard that time. But I think that took care of all of the shriekers over here. So it kind of worked out for us. I guess we have one more right there. But we got both of those in one go. And now we are just left with a single chest right down there, which we will take a look at here in a moment. And we have a few more shriekers right around here. And our night vision is running out. This is a really bad spot and a really bad time for that to happen. And this is not an ideal situation because we have a Sculpt Catalyst right here. When we wreck either the sensor or the shrieker, it's going to send those vibrations going through those blocks. So I think we may just wait a little while before we come over here and take care of all of these shriekers, because we have 4 in this area, 3 right up there, and then I see one more down here by the lava that I want to remove, and I don't want to have to worry about making a hasty escape once again. This one we are probably safe to take out. I say that, but I don't like our positioning here. It seems like it might be a little risky to do that. So I'm just gonna make my way back over to the other chest over here where we just disabled all of those other shriekers, and we will take a look in this one. Set off a few sensors, but we are okay. We have a Protection 3 book. That is excellent. And I can safely drink our last night vision potion here. So over there is a mess. We will have to return to that in a little bit. But let's see what we have over here. We have quite a few chests and quite a few shriekers. We have some stairs that we can use to get up there. But we should be able to safely disarm all of these shriekers around here. There we go. That's one. And then this one right over here as well. Perfect. Alright, I think that takes care of those. We still have a lot of sensors around here, so I'm just going to check all around to make sure we don't have any other shriekers that we might set off. And the coast looks pretty clear, so I think we will be okay to take a look in these chests. Nope. I was wrong. Alright, flying away again. Uh-oh. Alright, this is not good. We're about to summon a second warden. Luckily, we are very close to our exit here, and away we go. Well, I am going to give it a little bit of time before I return to the ancient city, but between now and next episode, I will finish disarming all of those shriekers, and I will keep my recording going in case anything interesting happens. But at the start of next episode, we will take a look in the rest of the loot chests, because I know that is all anybody really cares about. That's all I really care about, that's for sure. So we will have a look in those chests in the next episode. For now, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. I know it was pretty long, But that is just how ancient cities go. If you did enjoy it, definitely hit that thumbs up button and be sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on daily content as soon as I publish it. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye.